How's it going? Jake with Baun Performance here. Not my normal studio. Got a little bit of background noise, but just sitting in the backyard smoking some steaks. And I've been meaning to do a 130,000 mile kind of longevity video on the Mk7, and kind of got a kick in the butt here at 131,000 miles since it kind of broke on the way home from work today. Still drove it home, still made it home. Thing hasn't left me stranded yet. But this will be a two-part video because I'm gonna have to rip it apart and see what the deal is. So before I show you the clip of the horrible sounds it's making, driveline related noise, I will update you on something that has been kind of an intermittent issue that I've been kind of chasing on the car. Again, hasn't left me stranded yet, but it's had intermittent extended crank issues where it's only ever happened with the car hot. It seems like it loses its prime from the high pressure fuel pump. Now, whether that's a check valve in the pump going bad or the pump itself getting weak, I haven't been able to determine because it hasn't been flagging anything. No passive codes, no faults. Here comes my 5-year-old. What are you doing, wild woman? And there she goes. Anyway, so I haven't got a real confirmed fault on there because it's been several thousand miles where it's done an extended crank when hot intermittently. Doesn't happen all the time. When it does happen, eventually the car does start. Might take 2 or 3 tries. My lead on that is the low pressure fuel pump. I might have said high pressure fuel pump when I was distracted by her. But anyway, the real thing that's taking the car off the road is a clutch issue. Let me look back in time here. Alright, so I did my research so I don't sound stupid, or I have to eat my words. I've had this clutch installed for 5 years now and 82,000 miles. So it was installed at 49,000 miles and I'm at 131 now. Installed in January 2018. So even if the clutch did come apart, I've got some pretty good use out of it. Hey buddy, what's up? Now my 9-year-olds come to talk to me. They both want to be in the YouTube video. What's up, dude? Fix your hair. You look like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber. Anyway, yeah, so it's had a good run. So without further ado, before I fully incriminate DKM, it's probably the throwout bearing coming apart. It is original to the car, so the throwout bearing's got 131,000. I'm a firm believer in not changing them unless they're bad. Same goes for the rear main seal. Just because there's been 90 times more people who have had a brand new replacement fail right off the bat versus I've got 131,000 miles out of this one. So it's not the end of the world. I'm not worried about it. This is a good opportunity for me to install my LSD. Could be some catastrophic failure in there as my tripod slips down. I've seen issues where some of these twin disc clutches don't quite grab the entire input shaft. So the input shaft could be stripped off. It could be broke off. I could have a piece of input shaft in one of the discs. One of the discs could be shattered. Both discs could be screwed up. The car does still drive fine. It's just, you can feel it in the pedal, and you're gonna see it in the video here. So that's the sound that we're going to investigate. I'm guessing it's an issue with one of the discs or both of the discs in this DKM MS twin disc clutch. Could also be throwout bearing, which is also part of the slave cylinder on these cars, which is internal to the trans. But only when you're depressing the clutch plate couple days, so I don't know if I'll get started on this and push it out of the shop, or just wait until I've got time to address it all at once. But unfortunately, just driving normal on my commute home from work, and it decided I wasn't happy. So hopefully nothing too catastrophic in there. I've got a wave track LSD to go in it that I've been waiting on such an event for. So we'll see when we get it all tore apart. So anyway, if you've watched up to this point, thanks for hanging out with me and the kids here in the backyard. Part 2, we'll tear that puppy apart on the lift. And shameless plug, Baun Performance, if you're looking to make some power on these cars, I've got the only check engine light free downpipe on the market, both 3 and 4 inch. Well, I shouldn't say only, maybe somebody else will come out with one too, but my downpipes use emissions compliant GESI cats, and therefore no check engine light, no screwing around with spacers or tuning. Or if you've got Cobb who no longer supports getting rid of those check engine lights, I've got you covered there. Also have OEM fitment, aftermarket fitment mid pipes to keep drone in check, as well as my own full turbo back or catback exhaust and aggressive, less aggressive stealth, and valved V1 and V2 intercoolers for the guys making 450 or less on the V1 or 450 and up on the V2. And of course, a full line of products for the GLI, Golf R, GTI, Standard Golf, All Track, and the Subaru BRZ and GR86. So check out the Facebook page, I'll link it above. I'll link my original DKM clutch video, as well as my 100,000 mile recap for my 2016 Mk7 Gti, which I guess I should have put this earlier in the video, but I bought the car new in December 2015, so it's been really good to me. 131,000 miles. It's never been towed anywhere. It's never left me stranded. Still love the car to death. Looks just as good or better than the day I bought it. And we're gonna get her sorted out. Coming back a little better than last time. I originally bought the car as poverty spec as you can get it. A, because I made a lot less money then than now. Not that I make any money off YouTube or making car parts. Probably cost me more money than it actually makes. But just at my real job. So completely poverty spec, but the goal was always to do a big brake kit and a mechanical LSD. Like I said earlier in the video, I've got a wave track sitting on the shelf in the shop, picked up off a forum member, and ARP hardware for that. So worst case, we'll do a clutch, maybe just a throw-out bearing. We're gonna split the cases on the trans, do the machine work on the flywheel, get those rivets out of there, and install that wave track LSD. So not only will there be a maintenance video out of this fiasco, but there will also be an upgrade video. And hopefully my powder coat guy will be in town and we can line up schedules to get the cases of that transmission powder coated cool colors. You know, maybe we'll do like purple or something, maybe pink. We'll see. But again, thanks for watching. You know what to do.